akufo do be a free education too mo wo ja to mu se fie bia o pese awura baba ho wo ye krachi ni a wo ba ho ba do mama by the was son so Sunday so you Muslim for the who are moving more. Our phone now to Santine to Tonoma, I do a moment co school. You who may do see a case cardiac on so one more on bed, on my theater. Or say, no, number 2 time, ma'am. If you see a case cardiac, or say, hey, while I go see you, man. Or be 26 banana, and then we 12 crap PC and the man must say, Madame free education and I don't know. Mama, I'm chromatom of school uniform, Mama provisions the area. What's the name? Halfway, who was it was and someone banning school. Show me the money or money being out cars who was yes, and near the woman. Why, Mama? Yen, Muslim for one. And that they do see a case got their march more. Oh, yeah, ma'am, on someone from money, you much. A good father, Messi, or I do. Another Messi, somebody be a mechanic, be a fat chap. Uniform, what's the other man? Say the first time on the menu. Me back when you are there, you are not when you are there, you are not to a pump, Yamani day. Pump day. And I do buy a son of Bay. And another placement, you know. Send a machine a pick. I buy what's the one son of sorry? Oh, yeah, sure. And then another saw you. Yes, almost so much 10 years. And then I had to son. That is a scary system. Hey, we have a camera. Why I was on Van Born in China? Oh, me. What's the wife out born in China? Nana, I'm born in China. Consider me see Taba Mopa, yeah, campaign tea. And not the question. Won't even make a banana yourself. And then they will be out. Your mama said for our school. I fed the winner there near the Nakoto. You can tell. Yado Baka to one into the way as Anna. And yes, such as I say was son. So, catch them so best on this. It will be Progo. Say, Iron, a gentle moor, you too. He said, what 2 years no, we have it, or 2 years no, but was 1 year, it's a day. You know, since you're
Ghana for most of the bay. Mufamo Cassia, some from Kobe, I soon quite idiot. You pub born for a Shimonuma and Mokai. Mokotuma to Panjane, Nama woman, Nana na do say, made the Mubiko school. Ghana, all your money now. Nama Haman and Crawford said because yeno, I go on politicians are chaddy. Yet the bay free education may fear being a baby. Nana do Bonnie away, no. Cassia for. The whole world came to a standstill. Everybody threw their hands in despair. Nanado said, Munya Jidio mi mu. Coffee the buy yet as if we are singing Nana, Aboyenya. Mesha mo mama mo. Mujina catch and say, a yamona woman, Mamma. School fees met me at ya. Pad and a moon to minto. And more. I feel a pad man about what pad, mamma was munja school fees. No one's uncle and dama mamma. Mookum. Which she meets me, papa. We are more. Me say, Master Fufu, because we dimua, I will more. I say more. I see bang more. I dimu brun some dear. And son, no way is the camera when someone from Kosha Mamma school. Siafo Ghana for asofofo esop against na nado because no nyamu ni mu biem Ghana for awofo enye na mbehu ni we eye first round mo se jimi mu biem mesa be ye oduama mo mo ntwa mo
bla asama to me NDC ni o me banya de ye de na kwoto wa yese me dini kosia adwuma na asa na manager easy check away easy asama to me o me se me ba no onya wa de ya de na kwato wa no wo be da akọ school no ese me manager ya na me 150 million me nya enti esu ojai asamo ya to na nya ndc nya pp semo atu o ma mu ni nyina your mama we de waso ne so ma na boro so me ba ni nya de o onya ya de na kwato wa akọrọ ne be da akọ school no ye okosi adwuma na wo ja tena fie we asama tu ye yo your mama okay so ba be so ne so we de waso ne so ma na boro so ye papa we de wadama your mama me se me ba na nya de ye de na kwato wa me ndi siniu na me de na akọ anda si obeja ya na so obesin adwuma akọrọ wa bon unto school papa wo ko to school kesia what do you mean what they do akọ today enye is a check away
Exactly. Me your debut.
Sir, please, what does it mean when they say inflation is down by 9.4%?
Inflation is the measure of the rate at which prices are going up. So when they say inflation has come down to 9.4%, they mean that from last year September to this year September, the rate at which prices were going up has slowed down to 9.4%. That's what it means. If you remember, at the end of 2024, Deloitte forecasts that this year, 2025, if you follow the program that the MPP government was using to bring inflation down, average inflation should be about 11% this year. So this 9.4, if you adjust for the average from the beginning of the year till now, I think it's about 17% average so far. In 2018 and 2019, during the MPP era, we brought inflation down to 7.8 and 7.1. So that's a context within which this current 9.4%, which brings it to an average of about 17% for the year. That's a context within which you should look at it.
What are some of the factors that contribute to
inflation going down?
Yes.
So usually, so there's demand and then there's supply side. So usually the government can do some things to ensure that whatever is causing the increases in price is controlled. Where the government is not able to do that, the Bank of Ghana will come in to suck some money out of the economy using various methods. Once too many people don't have so much money, then they won't demand too many things, which can sometimes make the prices go down. So in this particular instance, there are about 3 reasons. Number one is that, the currency is appreciated. Though now it's going back up, generally it's appreciated. The government has taken a lot of money from our reserves. Last time we spoke, I told you about 4 billion plus. They've dumped it on the market to try and suppress the currency. So it's allowed the currency to appreciate. And because of that, the prices of imported items have, in some cases, come down or stabilized or are not rising that quickly. So imported inflation is tamed. That's one of the main reasons. The second reason is that also on the imported side, as the global platforms, JP Morgan and the rest are reporting, the global inflation itself is also tamed a bit. So the rate at which prices were rising on the world stage following the different crises is also tamed. And then I think the last one is that the Bank of Ghana has sucked a lot of money from the local economy, about 60 billion. You remember the last time when we spoke in the conference room, I was explaining to you that they've sucked about 60 billion from the economy. And so it reduces how much money people have to demand. And that has a way of also slowing down the rate at which prices are going up.
So, please, why are food prices so expensive?
That one, you have to look at it from the food and non-food side. So I've already explained to you that imported inflation is tamed, though domestic inflation is still, as in the price of locally manufactured goods is still a bit high. Then if you also look at it from food and non-food, you'll find out that food inflation has not gone down as much as non-food inflation. The reason is that the things that cause food inflation, so how are farmers getting inputs, fertilizers, fuel, for preparing their land, etc., transportation of food items, the margins that market queens, etc., are putting on it, storage problems, all of those ones have still not been solved. So food inflation is not taming as quickly as non-food inflation is taming. So that's why you see that food prices are still not lower per se, despite even the seasonalities.
Please, my last question. What are some of the things we can do to make prices cheaper in the economy?
I think generally what all governments have to do is not just about NDC government, but all governments. What all governments have to do is to ensure that, for example, on the domestic side, locally manufactured goods, support is given to industry. Are they getting cheaper electricity? Is labor cost cheaper? Are raw materials cheaper? So that the final product will be cheaper. Then you and I, when we are buying, prices won't be rising that much. And then on the food side, like I mentioned, the things that go into food production and transportation and storage, the governments also have to tackle it so that food inflation also doesn't rise.
Okay, thank you.
We okay.
Me okay.
Yeah, me how.